Hi, I'm Envy and welcome to Envyco Gaming. I'm going to continue my video series on Shroud of the Avatar by putting together this new video which is looking at skill trees and combat, and in particular looking at trying to put together a magery build for a level 30 character. So join me in game in a few seconds and we'll see what we come up with. So before I start, I'd like to apologise because technically this video is geared for a level 31 character with level 5 production. The reason why it's geared around a level 31 character is because at level 31 you move from having a deck system containing 20 glyphs to a deck system containing 25 glyphs. In terms of the production level, you've probably already hit this level anyway, but if you haven't, you can watch the video I've already produced and you'll see that you can get to that level very quickly. Right then, let's build ourselves a mage. We double click on the skill trainer. First thing you need to think about is, do you need a weapon? And the answer to that is no, because you're going to be using a wand or a staff. So the first thing we need to look at is actually light armour. The reason we're looking at light armour is because you're either going to be wearing leather or cloth. You're not going to be wearing any plate or chainmail because you'll end up with a high fizz chance and it will all end up a complete mess. So the thing we really want to look at in the light armour is things like swiftness with the movement rate and attack speed, as well as the very important acrobatics, which gives you damage resistance. So we'll start off by putting 3 points in dodge. We're not actually going to use dodge, but we'll max out the swiftness and we'll put 4 points in acrobatics. You can always go back into this afterwards and max it out to 5, but 4 will do for now. In terms of tactics, we're not going to spend that much time looking at this. A lot of it's combat related, there's lots of different stances. All we're going to do with this is put 1 in healthy and 5 in trained strength. Next place we're going to go is focus. Now in focus we're going to put 1 in heightened awareness just to open up the tree. We're then going to look at higher consciousness because we want to have as many glyphs as we can out on the table, so to speak. So we're going to increase that to 5. You can go to 6, but for the purpose of this we're just going to stick at 5. Eidetic memory, that's about the lock glyphs. If you got 5 additional 5, I would say you want about 3 lock glyphs. For this, it's things like healing and things to remove buffs, that kind of stuff. So we'll have 3 of them. Train intelligence, this is really important for a mage. It's actually the damage modifier, and from the testing I've done it goes up in 10s. So if you had 10 train intelligence you'll get the damage bonus. If you had 9 you wouldn't. Likewise, if you had 17 train intelligence you wouldn't get that much of a bonus, but if you had 20 you would then get the bonus. So we're going to have 20. It's a good place to start. Mental reflex, that's how quickly the glyphs get dealt out. You want that at the fastest level possible, which is 5. Concentration, not so important, we can leave that as is. The next part we're going to look at is the air tree, and we actually want to be getting discharge on this. So we put 3 points in gust. We're not going to be using gust in the deck, but we need it to open up the rest of the tree. And we'll have 4 in discharge, and we'll maximise rapid discharge. Discharge is an area based spell. It's good for PvE. It's also useful in PvP because it has a chance of stun, which is why we've increased the rapid discharge. Chaos, I like the confusion spell. It's going to be one of our lock glyphs. It's more to do with PvP. You could go down the road of using things like root, which freezes the character in one position. I prefer confusion. It's a bit more fun. It basically scrambles the movement keys for the other player. Death. This is the best skill tree available at the moment. We want Death Touch. You'll do loads of damage and you'll heal yourself at the same time. We will have, I think, probably 3 Death Ray, and we'll see how it goes. Death Ray is a bit like Death Touch, but it takes a bit longer to cast, it does a little bit more damage, but it has a bit of a range behind it as well, so that's quite handy. And we'll maximise the Death Mastery to increase the effectiveness. In the Earth tree, the only bits we're really interested in is Achievement with Earth, because it gives you strength and it gives you damage resistance, as well as the Sympathy with Stone, which gives damage resistance and damage avoidance. So we're going to open up the skill tree by putting 3 in Stonefest, and then we'll maximise Achievement with Earth, as well as Sympathy with Stone. In the Fire tree, fire is a great thing to have in your deck. It's not only does a reasonable amount of damage, but you also get like a burn effect which hits in afterwards, which you do small amounts of damage on ticks. So we want to have 5 Flame Fist and 5 Fire Arrow, and we'll maximise the effectiveness of that. Under the Life spell, we just want to have 3 Healing Touch and 1 Healing Ray. And also, the Healing Ray is going to be going on the locked deck. The Purify, which I like to have, is really useful, because if you have the Purify and you're in PvP and someone casts fire on you and you've got a burn effect which is doing damage, cast Purify and it removes that, so it's really handy to have. That's going to go on the locked deck as well. And we'll just put our last 2 points in Life Power, just to give it a bit of a boost. So that's our skill tree selection sorted. So if we close that down, and next thing we need to be doing is sorting out the actual deck itself. So if you press Y, you'll come up with a deck system. Click on your customised deck, or new deck if you want to start again, and modify. And you open up the your deck system here, and you open up a second window which shows you the available glyphs. Now, if we look at the custom deck system, we've got maximum of 9 for the hand size. Draw speed, we want this at fastest. Discard speed is at fastest, which is the default. Now we're going to sort out the lock glyphs. So first of all, we want to put Healing Ray in. We also want to put Purify in, and we want to put Confusion in. So that's sorted out all the lock glyphs. And then all we do is we stack up the rest of our deck, because we've got 5 Death Touch, so we drag 5 of those over. We've got 4 Discharge, put those over. Same with Flame Fist. We're not going to be using Gust. Death Ray, we want 3 of those. Fire Arrow at the bottom. And that just leaves the 3 Healing Touch, which is actually a lot better than it used to be. It seems to be doing a lot more healing than it has done in previous releases, so it's actually worth having in the deck now. So once you've done that, click Done, and make sure you've got it equipped. And equip, and equip. And that's it. Your deck system is now complete, and you're ready for combat. So I'll see you in a future video where I'll probably be putting together a mage suit made out of cloth and be showing you the crafting system. But for now, thanks for watching.